Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another review. The game we're reviewing today is Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. So, the original Plants vs. Zombies is a very special game to me. It's one of the first video games that I've ever played in my life, right next to Ratchet and Clank and Herbal Place. It's one of the reasons why I got into video games and I have grown to become a hardcore, grizzled, certified ultra gamer. And yeah, Plants vs. Zombies just always been a big part of my life. It's uh, it's a game that I love to this day and will always love till the day I die. So, when PopCap announced that they were making a remake, I was kind of confused. I hadn't enjoyed any of the entries in the Plants vs. Zombies franchise for a long time, but I wasn't about to just write it off as another throwaway garbage game because since this was a remake of the original, I thought that maybe PopCap was trying to make us somehow make a fresh start for themselves, go back to the roots, start anew, maybe breathe some more life into this dead franchise. So I was very curious to see what this game had to offer. Then I bought it, and is it worth the price? No, absolutely not. Do not buy this game unless you're swimming in money and don't mind, or unless it's on a huge sale sometime in the future, because this game is not worth the price. Oh my god. It costs 4 times as much as the original Plants vs. Zombies, and it does not offer 4 times the content. I'm just gonna say it. It's just not worth the price. Yep, that's the short of it. If you wanna click off the video, then go ahead. I'm gonna get into some more detail about the particulars in a sec. But I really, I didn't think I would ever actually people advise people not to buy a game. Even if I'm reviewing a game that I didn't like, I would never straight up say, do not buy this. This it is different. This is special. Please don't buy this game. Okay? It's yeah, I refunded it. I played this game for just long enough for Steam to give me the refund because it just doesn't offer as much. Okay, let's uh let's actually get into what this game what sets this game apart from the original. Because I'm just kind of yapping about actually giving you guys any reasons. Let's get into it. First of all, you got a visual upgrade, which is good. I the game definitely looks better than the original, but it's not like a world of difference, if you know what I mean. It's not a difference between a PS1 game and a PS5 game. The original Plants vs. Zombies still looks good. It's not like you're gonna look at the original after playing the remake and you're gonna puke all over your screen because of how ugly the game looks. No, it does look better, in Replanted, it does look really shiny and has a bigger like screen ratio and everything's all HD and beautiful. But it's not like that big of a deal, in my opinion. It's not that big of an improvement. But it does look good. So yeah. Then there's also a few quality of life changes which I actually really appreciate. For one, you can now open the Steam overlay while you're in the game, which is cool. The original Plants vs. Zombies is so old that you can't even open the Steam overlay without the game going crazy. And you can't even like minimize the window of the game without your whole computer freaking out. So that's an improvement that I appreciate. Yeah, those are very much needed changes that they probably should have introduced to the original game at some point instead of uh, keeping them for a remake that's 4 times as expensive. But whatever. Mm, yeah. When it comes to like actual gameplay changes, there is only one, and that's the fast forward, the fast forward mode. I actually really like it. I think the fast forward button is a really, really cool addition because not only did it let me play more of the game before the refund window passed, mm, but it just you know lets you power through the levels faster. You can make the game harder that way. For example, whack a zombie becomes extremely difficult when you're playing on the fast mode. Or the mini game with the tiny zombies also gets super difficult. So yeah, I think that the fast forward button is probably the best addition to the game. Yeah, I'd say. Though I have not played everything this game had to offer. I almost beat the main adventure, the main like 50 levels. I got like halfway. I got like halfway through the roof levels, and then I had to stop because I was running out of time. If I had played for 10 more minutes, I wouldn't have been able to refund the game. So had to give it up there. But yeah, what else? What else? Feel like went off track again. The fast forward button is cool, but even with all of these gameplay improvements that are good, not worth the money, but they are welcome. Like I definitely appreciate these improvements. There is actually something that this game does worse than the original did. For one, I think the cursor is kind of unresponsive. Like I don't know, like it's extremely noticeable when you're playing on fast forward mode. I don't know if it's that big of an issue when you're playing just on normal speed, but on super fast mode, it feels like the cursor just doesn't respond to your inputs well enough. Like, especially with putting stuff away. If you grab a plant, then it feels like the game just doesn't want you to put it away. Same with the shovel. And sometimes you will click on something and it won't register, like with collecting sun or money. And I don't know, it really felt like a lot of the time the cursor wasn't responding well enough to my inputs, which is really weird. I definitely didn't expect something like that in the remake. Like it was supposed to be technically more advanced than the first game, and yet we get this problem. And another thing that the remake does worse than the original is there's no more dynamic music. If you are a fan of the dynamic music from the first game, like me, and the second game actually, second game also had dynamic music. Well, it's not in the remake anymore. most of the stages just constantly play the intense version of the track all the time, which actually I actually appreciated it in this particular case because made the because it fit the intense nature of the speed run I was doing. So I guess it worked there. But if I were just playing the game normally, I would want the music to be going crazy just because one zombie walked on screen. Like all the stages except the night ones are constantly locked. The music is constantly locked at its most intense. And on the night stages, it's the other way around. It's constantly locked at the least intense. So even when the final wave comes, it's the music's still very chill about it, which I think sucks. That's something that really made me mad. I was not expecting to. Mm, I was not expecting an issue like that. It's really annoys me a lot. And there are probably people who don't give a shit about this kind of stuff, but the dynamic music is such a integral aspect of Plants vs Zombies to me, and having it removed here really made me angry. No, thank you, sir. Don't like that. All right. So this is all I can say from my experience of the game. When it comes to the new content, I had to use the internet to look it up because I couldn't experience it myself. I just didn't have the time. But looking through the internet, I found what kinds of new content the game gives you, and I don't think it's a lot. So you get a permadeath mode, first of all, where you can play the whole adventure mode, and if you lose once, you have to redo the whole game, which is, I mean, cool, I guess. I don't think it's that. I think it's that exciting. Then you got there's a new mode called Cloudy Day mode, which I think actually is a pretty cool concept. Apparently, you can only produce sun for a set part of the level. And then if you go like too far into the level, then you can't produce sun anymore. You gotta make do with what you've accumulated, which I think is actually a pretty cool concept. It only has 12 levels though, which isn't a lot, but I think that's cool. I think that's a pretty cool concept. Didn't get to play it myself, but it sounds pretty cool. And there's also 10 new mini games. Haven't looked at all of them, but some of them look really cool. Like the one where you have to place, create a specific arrangement of plants. I think that's I think that's a cool idea for a mini game. And then that's just it. So to recap, for 4 times the price of the original, you get a visual upgrade, a fast forward button, 12 new levels in Cloudy Day mode, 10 new minigames, or I think it was 10, somewhere around that, and a permadeath mode. I mean, I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem like 4 times the content to me. The original game has 50 levels and I don't remember how many minigames, but pretty sure it's more than 10. And here you get 12 extra levels, 10 extra minigames, which is not 4 times the content at 4 times the price. I'm sorry, but this game is just way too fucking expensive. I and it's such a shame because apart from apart from the deal with the music isn't dynamic anymore, which I really hate. But objectively, it's not that big of a deal. It's just something that bugs me personally because I'm an idiot who cares about video game music. Uh, Apart from that, I actually don't think this game is dog shit. I don't think because if you look on the internet, people are absolutely destroying this game. Like everyone's shitting on it, everyone's insulting it. I I don't think this game is complete garbage. If this game cost like twice as much as the original, like you had double the price of the original, I think it'd be worth it. And if the music issue was fixed, then I think it'd actually be worth it. But this game is over 4 times the price of the original, and it just does not have enough to show for it. I really, if you have money to spare, go ahead, but if not, do not buy this. Wait for a sale and a big one. You have to like give you 80% off on this game for it to actually be a reasonable price, in my opinion. But yeah, so overall, I don't think it's complete dog shit, but it's way too expensive. Like this game costs more than Hollow Knight Silk Song, and I don't think it should be that expensive. There were games cheaper than this one that offered me so much more content. I don't know. I don't know why it is that a game like Brotato, which costs no money at all and provides you with 200 hours of content, and a remake of Plants vs Zombies with a few extra features and a slight visual upgrade is costs like a fucking fortune. I don't know. So yeah, my only real issue with this game, apart from the price, is the music. Is the way the music is, and the fact that the cursor is a little unresponsive, but that might just be because I was constantly in super speed mode. Yeah, it's way too expensive, but that's gonna be it for this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.